EG's turn to ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our deciding game number 3 of our second showdown of the day. We're over in Group B now of MDL Autumn 2016. Evil Geniuses taking on Vici Gaming. I'm LD, here by Gods. In Game 1, for those who missed it, it was a dominant showing from Vici after a series of extremely catastrophic deaths by Xiamen. In Game number 2, EG, they took control early, thanks to the Arteezy Slark and the lack of a gem or proper control to deal with it down the stretch. We're able to close the game out. Very unorthodox draft, but it ends up working out. Odds, heading into Game 3, what are you expecting?
Probably, it seems like EG, as far as we can tell from their first 2 games, playstyle-wise, they like putting Arteezy on these cores that can go around, trying to make these solo plays. We've seen Suck, we've seen Ursa. They like to give him a laning advantage, then they like to try and let him snowball, while Xiamen, in some ways, has been more of the farmer carry in the 2 games. First Tinker, then Razor, and he wasn't as farmed as the Suck in that game, but he's playing more of the stack and farm type hero, so that's at least as far as an EG playstyle that we can decipher yet what they seem to want to do. For Vici Gaming, it's probably going to be more of the same. I think they'd rather have something like the Void this game than they're not going to get back right. It's something more teamfight focused and something just more mid-game focused. Last game, it was just a bit too all-in on the late game with Anti-Mage.
EG is going to ban that Kunk God again. Even though they dealt with the bat, they still choose to remove it, and all of this ends up converging into a Shadow Demon being let through. Has he been banned every game up until now that we've cast? I think he's been banned 5 out of 6.
It's interesting. I imagine EG's thought process there is if we ban Shadow Demon, well, maybe you're giving away the Kunkka, but I think they're like, they can take Void and we'll pick Shadow Demon, but it doesn't look like Vici Gaming are going to prioritize Void as much. They want the Shadow Demon, who effectively is a counter to the Void, and EG either have to like pick the Void or expect a Void pick, because that's something that Vici Gaming have had great success with.
So an OD for EG now. Drow's still out there. Huskar's still out there.
10 seconds remaining.
Where do you expect this? Are we going to see that OD Omni again? Ooh.
They're cosplaying as Vici Gaming right now with their picks. They're like, wow, Vici Gaming, their picks are working for them. Let's pick some of those.
The Nick snap counter to the OD.
Interesting. I mean, if you saw these draft openings going to Game 3, very much you'd expect the OD Oracle to be the Vici side and the SD Nyx to be EG, because normally it's been EG reacting and not playing OD Oracle type heroes, well, at least not that we've seen. Vici Gaming, meanwhile, love those heroes as an opening. But they play it, they probably also know what kind of heroes work well against it and how to at least combat it.
Reserve time.
I wonder what Vici wants to combine the Shadow Demon with. I think TB's probably been the most popular hero. We've seen a little bit of Drow, a little bit of Luna. Anything else that jumps out at you to go with the Shadow Demon?
Morphling's the main other one, but not amazing against DOD by any means. But yep, Drow banned out, so gonna limit the disruption partner possibilities as we go through this draft. And I think if you're Vici Gaming, the Void ban suggests they will be transitioning maybe into some kind of push tower taking type lineup, because Void one of those heroes that can just initiate and slow down or stop your pushes straight up from happening by giving EG a teamfight advantage, and that's something that Vici Gaming want to try and prevent.
And that's where Vici felt the most comfortable in Game 1, was if they ever want to fight, they could just mow down like at least 1, if not 2 towers, or even a lane of Brax. EG again, the sniper ban. I mean, Vici didn't run it, but I think it was 1 game at TI.
Yeah.
But they really respect it a lot.
It must be something that they just feel is a good matchup mid against these ODs and Razors. I mean, it does have the range advantage. He's not worried about the static link. Isn't worried about the Astral because of his range as well. So it is a pretty good mid matchup in general there.
I mean, maybe Vici's also been showing it a lot in scrims on top of that. I don't know, like I've seen them against heroes like OD times before where they didn't go for Sniper, so historically it's not been like, oh, Sniper every time there's a strong mid 1v1 hero. But
absolutely, so
maybe EG knows something we don't.
Yeah, EG knows something we don't when it comes to Sniper right now, perhaps, and how strong that hero might be.
I'm also sad because I want to see Snipers.
Yeah.
He might be an annoying hero, but the voice acting a lot. in the right spot. But oh, Vici.
You hear that, ladies of Dota 2? Cosplay as Sniper at TI. That's how you'll get noticed by
That's
LD.
what I'm all about, man. You can have your Lenas and your... I just want a little ho-ha-ha in my life.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So it's actually Vici who banned out the Terrorblade in the end here. EG having the first option to grab coming into this next phase of picks. Well, ban it out.
Yeah.
EG might take it.
10 seconds.
OD can clear the illusions pretty well. You get the extra range from the Hurricane Pike these days too on OD, so you're not too scared of it. And well, Beastmaster completely disappeared post TI in all the tournaments I've been watching, but it would take Universe and EG to bring him back. They've always loved playing the Beastmaster.
So the Razor comes out again. I mean, you want to talk about OD? I wouldn't say counters, but heroes that can lane against him well. Razor is normally the go-to, more so than the Sniper. At least a safer pick in most teams' eyes, but
10 seconds.
not the best hero to roar, generally speaking. So it's a bit off the wall for what we saw out of the Vici at TI anyway.
Yeah, this is not their comfort zone necessarily. This is not their standard kind of draft or playstyle, but I mean, sent this direction by EG, taking some of the picks that I mentioned they wanted themselves.
And of course, a storyline we really haven't talked about too much, Gods, is yes, they're 5 superstars and individual talents, but really Crit not only stepping into BPD's roles, but captaining for the first time, period. Like, he's never captained before, he's never really in charge of drafts or decision making or shot calling for a team, and you know, he's up against a very veteran squad here. FY's been doing it for a long time. Yang has been drafting for quite some time for Vici as well, and you know, Crit looked pretty solid overall with the shot calling in too. So, very curious to see his evolution move forward, not just through this event, but in the lead up to the next major.
Yeah, and the drafts so far have been a bit off the walls, but you'd rather see a willingness from a captain and drafter to take some chances and pick something a bit different and weird, and then you can tone it back and find what works for you, rather than just copy other people. It suggests that Crit has his own ideas and beliefs about how he wants to play with this team, and he's confident to try new things. So the confidence is definitely there when it comes to EG with their drafts.
10 seconds.
Well, SD Luna, this is tried, tested, and proven to be pretty damn strong and hard to deal with in a lot of situations. So use those Luna illusions in the mid game just to push down towers, take objectives in very safe fashion.
And they pick the Undying, EG do, so they get very annoying and strong lanes here with the Undying Oracle, strong laning support. Got the OD who's pretty independent. Beastmaster is flexible and can always go to the jungle even if he struggles in this laning stage. EG want to really take the fight to Vici early.
Yep, Undying can apply a lot of pressure. Possibly, I'm wondering if EG are going to try to contest the offlane or do what they did last game. Yeah, you picked up Undying, but they could the Beastmaster's going to farm more in the jungle, and if they want, the Undying can pressure mid. Help the OD not get static link by just spamming decays on the Razor. There's other ways, and that seemed to work for them in game 2. It's just going to be a question of whether or not EG feel the confidence to contest the Vici gaming safe lane, which is an SD Luna +1. That's, even with an Undying dual lane, I don't think they can win that lane unless they really outplay Vici gaming.
Any chance of a full offensive tri-lane from Vici, like a Nyx safe lane and then like a Luna Shadow Demon +1 going aggressive?
It's possible. I guess it depends what EG's last pick is, whether they feel it's a carry they want to shut down. If they pick something like a Slark, you may say, okay, Slark's weak in lane, let's contest his lane. But if EG pick up a strong tri-laning hero, then I think you're less inclined to do that. And you need some kind of follow-up for the SD, like Disruption, like you pick like a Mirana, so you've got Disruption to Arrow, or Disruption to some kind of other stun, then yeah, that tri-lane gets very scary.
Well, about to find out what it's going to be. Evil Geniuses removing the axe with their final ban here. So it looks like Vici Gaming, they're expecting Vici Gaming, I should say, to go for a follow-up initiator. Vici do ban the Slark. Probably, I guess less likely they are considering that aggressive tri-lane. They'll work on their final pick.
Let's see what they have in mind. I guess we'll find out whether Nyx is a support or offlane. The EG Axe ban suggests uncertainty, but Ogre Shadow Demon, this is such a strong support duo. You throw in Bloodlust now on Luna and Razor. Ogre in the early game is just so potent as well. He's like the... In some ways, he's kind of replaced Undying as that full position support that just runs at people and is so tanky that he doesn't care.
10
So
seconds
I
remaining.
like the pick for Vici Gaming. It fits their draft quite well.
Kind of the
5 seconds
new
remaining.
Space Cow as well, except a little more reliable where it counts.
Yep.
They need the multicast at your impact. What do EG want to do? Last time we did see the Beastmaster off in the jungle. It looked like a much greedier opening than this game, but turned out to be similar.
Some TZ hero last. I don't see. I guess he could be the OD player, but OD to me is almost certainly the mid. So we'll find out the
5
TZ
seconds
hero
remaining.
soon
Phantom
enough.
Assassin.
PA.
Ah, PA it is. So maybe generally we've seen the PA mid. That was with an IO. So yeah, Sumail on the OD, or TZ on the PA.
Game PA's, like, again, decent matchup against these heroes like Luna, Drow, just because of the evasion, and these heroes don't like to build MKB, but the thing with Luna is you've got a lot of magic damage. PA will hits that peak when you've got Deso with the BKB. That's where PA is going to be very strong. But with that said, you're picking PA into a Razor, so you need to make sure Razor doesn't get off a big static link on PA. You've got to get 4 staffs, you've got to either burst down the Razor, you've got to find some way to make sure that Ghost doesn't find RTZ and just drain all his damage when a fight's going on.
PA is back. I'll tell you, we've seen 3 PAs today, is it, I think?
Yeah.
This hero is certain a 50% PA pick rate. Who would have thought?
5
Certainly not
seconds
I.
remaining.
But overall, guys, seeing both drafts now concluded, do you favor either draft? What are like the key things you're looking at? I'm just gonna react right away.
Very different, and it's kind of hard to evaluate these EG drafts since they are so different to what you typically see. But this one, I think the PA pick is kind of like we didn't have many options. They would have rather had the Slark for RTZ. And PA does not match up particularly well against the Razor. You've got to get the BKB against the Luna because the evasion only helps you so much because Luna can do so much damage with an Eclipse. So I think the Luna versus PA matchup is fine for Luna. So I think all in all, the PA pick is not a bad pick by any means, but it was like a limit options kind of pick. I give Vici Gaming like a slight draft edge, but that's like 60-40 at most. So I think as far as how the game's going to go, EG have plenty of ways to outplay Vici Gaming and make their draft work.
So there's going to be offlane Nyx here. VG starting to congregate, and again getting the D ward. This is 3 games in a row now. We'll give it to Yang. Nyx off to a better start here in the offlane. Pretty unprecedented for a team to get D-warded before the rune spawns 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
VG just they have their vision game figured out. That is for damn sure.
Absolutely, and they've been playing together a bit more. They know exactly their early game movements, and it's paying off.
And going in, pretty confident to move towards this rune. They are going to look to fight, but there are 3 heroes in position with the Boar Slow. Can move after, but Luna does have very good base movement speed, so we'll be able to make it out.
Nice.
In the end, they get the bounty rune, though.
Yeah, top bounty rune. It will be the dual lane. Universe not going for the Iron Talon in the jungle. He wants to contest this bottom lane, and immediately DDC sees this. He's already running bottom, and this has got to be the response. You see this Undying in the offlane. Perhaps Vici Gaming were expecting Beastmaster jungle and Undying to just help mid or try leech XP bottom, but with a dual lane, you need to tri-lane them. That's the only way you can win bottom lane.
Yang gonna have to deal with dual lane, but does have that extra regen to work with, courtesy of the early D-ward that got as well as being able to sit in the lane and CS so far. So it's gonna be a 2v3 bottom. At least
the
for the
2v1
time being.
up top, Yang could be in trouble. Oh no, they're gonna stop chasing him.
He's getting his experience here though.
Yeah.
Is this a lane where Nick's having much fun, or is he really gonna struggle?
He should get XP. He's got Poor Mantle and Magic Stick, so he's got a damage block as well as the stick charges to heal him up. But bottom lane, they've gone in.
Ignite onto Zion. Now get the moment point. Also in trouble. Decay will secure the kill. Zion with the first slide. Lee going down through the field, but he is gonna try to tango his way out. The pulse comes through from RTZ.
Interesting time for that.
No loosen yet. It's only a little on Luna. She is being slowed by the board, also being hit by Universe. Zen's gonna take a lot of damage here.
Zai's got Clarity's Tangos. He can juke for days. Not slowed. He's actually faster than the Ogre. So Make it snappy, LD. The sun pause could happen. Yeah. Yeah, you should be fine. Oh, he's reconnected. Oh, he reconnected with you. Good. Phew. Alright. Yeah, it's in a tricky spot here. Universe on with the boar, and he's going to try to kill off. No, he's going to run from the boar. Zaya coming back in and may try. Let's see. Is he going to go for the right click here? The decay's wearing off, and he's going to lose some HP. And probably look for a suicide to rush.
Ça a l'air d'être un peu mieux là.
Is under attack.
Ça a l'air d'être un peu mieux. Merci Arteezy pour la pause du coup.
Yeah, just.
Oh, y'a pas de raison qu'il soit en danger. L'oracle est toujours embêtant parce qu'il attaque hyper vite et il a quand même des dégâts assez rapidement.
Yes, Mel going for the boots first just for this matchup. But often you see Razor get the boots first as well. Go perhaps not having played as much of this OG versus Razor matchup, but prioritizing the Wraith Band and won't have the boots up as early as you'd maybe like.
Du coup, c'est quand même légèrement problématique. On peut chasser jusqu'à l'autre bout du monde. Il y a plus de régène sur Snix, donc il va peut-être pas être si tranquille. Bon, on est passé sur une verse,
the
je vais
early
quand même prendre
orb
les
of
haches.
is good because it's that little bit of extra damage to help zone him out with.
Ok, fois il passe
Yeah, he
niveau
has
2.
to be that little bit more
Il va avoir un peu
careful.
plus de dégâts.
Contesting lane. Man, this bottom dual lane is looking so strong. And that Undying die, the death actually kind of helps him because he comes back with full HP and mana. He's strong now and he's going on Zai. Oh, sorry, FY.
Attention à Zai quand même, hein. Il a pas la tombe. Il est quand même bien coincé. Est-ce que DDC arrive à le bloquer? Oh, il a pas réussi à le bloquer, c'est dommage. Il va quand même prendre l'Ignite. Oh, je pense qu'il meurt. Ouais, il meurt, il avait pas son heal. C'est bien joué parce que la façon dont ils ont pris le fight. Ouais, Yang, il a 4 charges de stick. Non. Dégâts sur l'oracle. Prend son niveau 3. Il est déjà très animé. Et au mid, il y a un bel qui est parti maintenant sur. Là, c'est vrai qu'on n'a pas du tout regardé ce qui s'est passé. C'est très équilibré. En termes de gold des deux côtés. Deux sont à 12 et 13 la site.
Zai just bit too overconfident bot lane. It's hard because you get that first blood and then you suicide and you're like, oh, I'm full HP and mana, let's go back to the lane and wreck it. But once his spells wrong, he used Decay Soul Rip, and those spells with a decent cooldown, especially the Soul Rip at level 1, meant that it was pretty vulnerable with Beastmaster healing up. So it was kind of like a 1v3 scenario and then a bit of an overextension.
C'est pas le meilleur héros pour aller des gars.
Not sure if he this is a strange time to go. Him and Undying aren't really this game duo by any means. They haven't got a great stun or anything. I mean, the trap from the Fortune's End is alright, but
on va rentrer, il va se faire
perhaps waiting for the Beastmaster hit level 6 and just preemptively picking it up. You wanna buy that first smoke early because it resets the timer, because otherwise the timer doesn't go when you're on 3 smokes. So you want to make sure you buy that first smoke very early.
Ils ont quand même sécurisé leur safe lane avec cette histoire. Beastmaster du coup a été envoyé chez lui. Xiamen à niveau 3, il commence à avoir des vrais bons dégâts maintenant. Et du coup, ça a libéré l'ogre magique. J'ai un peu au mid. Il y a un banni, il y a du monde qui arrive hein, avec l'oracle qui est dans le coin aussi. Attention à Ghost qui est quand même très haut en termes de HP. Ça libère aussi un peu Yang qui avait toute la mana à l'artiser. Il s'est parti au mid, j'ai l'impression. Donc il arrive légèrement tard.
Yeah, nice setup, and they followed up well, and Vici Gaming. Be careful, this Razor mid lane, very vulnerable, not a hero you want to see falling behind, but he's gonna get outmatched by Smell after a kill like that, and Vici Gaming do need to be careful. They still get a ton out of this Nyx in the off lane, already over level 5, he can hit a decent time with his arcane boots, he can get very active and help out a lot on the map.
Attention à Yang en haut. Ah, il a un stick très bien chargé, sa carapace qui va renvoyer des dégâts. Oh, c'est tendu quand même. Il joue bien avec Mana Burn Yang, parce qu'il a tiré une bonne partie de la mana de droite.
Once he died bottom lane, I guess Undying just lost his confidence in bottom and wanted to help out mid a bit, but finding kill and Razor definitely makes the rotation at least
Il est quand
worthwhile.
même bien embêtant ce Nyx, hein. Ils ont réussi à le tuer une fois. On a quand même une Luna qui a une bonne avance.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Notre Luna qui est bien tranquille du coup. A souffert un tout petit peu au début.
Probably Nyx.
Il va
Level 6 Nyx can
tranquillement
move well.
consommer la reine
Doesn't have
grotte
arcane boots, so we'll have some mana problems, but he can likely just head back to base, heal up.
Ok, ouais.
Problem is, it
pourquoi
becomes
pas.
kind of apparent if he's missing off the lane when he's level 6. Like, that's the first thing I tease. Is like, okay, the second Nyx hits 6, you tell your team, and then you tell your team, okay, he's got no mana now, but if he goes missing, he might be healing to gank. So, Yang, likely if he can like push out this lane at all or farm it under his tower,
Et au mid,
back
c'est
off
toujours
to heal,
l'égalité
he'll
parfaite.
try to give the
Il y a une
lane to
mort
a
sur
teammate so
le
he can
raseur
go
qui
get
l'handicape
active.
un tout petit
He
peu,
doesn't
mais
want
vous
to
voyez
just
que
sit
les
up
forces
here
se
contesting the
ressentent
lane as
à
a
peine. Il y a
level
un
6
sang de
Nyx.
gueule entre les deux. Tandis que Lucastar,
And
lui,
Nyx is making
tranquillement,
the
il est
walk
encore
back home, so
de
he's
6.
likely going to
Il aura
heal
la fin
up,
de ce
TP to a
golem.
lane with Vendetta, and try find a kill.
Comment les
Sumail's
régène.
the ideal target to
Ensuite,
get.
ils sont prêts pour aller faciliter son ulti. Yang est passé level 6 aussi. Assassin.
They need to expect this rotation too. Like Nyx has hit level 6, he's been missing the map for a while. This is the kind of rotation you need to be ready for. And I think the fact that Sumail here is like pushing out the lane
Ouais,
with
ils
Astro
sont
really suggests he
complètement nus,
knows
par contre.
that what might be coming his way.
Une
But
droite qui voit complètement la
now Nyx
position
will
du
just
DC.
return top. I think perhaps predicting this a rotation meant to be too obvious wants to
Et
just
côté G, on va se manquer avec
stay in this top lane, continue
Universitaire.
to leech what
Bien
farm
sûr
and XP
d'éviter
he can.
d'utiliser Soro. Et la target semble être en bas. Shadow Demon ou Luna, on verra. Très peu quand même d'avoir le Shadow Demon pour prendre le banish en défensif.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Allez, on est parti. Le roar est là sur ZWF. Il a pas eu le temps de lâcher son roar. C'est Laura qui arrive à son tour. Très bon banish. On peut venir l'aider ou pas. Elle lâche l'éclipse. Attention à Zai qui explose. Derrière, je trouve que l'univers c'est pas bien non plus. Hein. Oi. Et bah allez, un petit dernier kill, on est arrivé de Xiamen par contre qui arrive par derrière, qui a touché un banish, cette fois il devrait s'en sortir du WF. Par contre, elle est assez lent en point, on va voler les dégâts, du WF qui se retourne, il va tomber sur le dernier coup d'Arcane Orb. Et Ghost qui est bien content d'être venu pour récupérer son visage. Oh ça fait mal ce move quand même.
Yeah, that was absolute disaster, and it wasn't even like a sick play or anything from Vici's side. It's something EG almost had to see coming or have a plan for. It's like, okay, we go get this Luna. What happens if Luna gets disrupted? They would Luna, but then didn't want to focus her because they knew if they focus her, she'd get disrupted, and it would be like they miss spells and don't get the damage off. So as a result, they roared the Luna and then kind of tried to kill the SD, but SD was in a good position and they couldn't bring down SD, so...
Du coup,
It was like
Nyx
a
est
just
un nouveau
panic
tourné en
moment
haut.
from EG
Il a
when they saw the
absolument
SD
envie de
there. They're like,
prendre
crap, we've screwed
ce
up. We
premier
can't
level
kill this Luna. We
avant de
can't
pouvoir
get this
commencer à
gang.
débloquer.
What are we
Peut-être
gonna
avoir plus
do?
de
We're
level
just
dans
gonna
le mana
die to
burn.
Eclipse.
Débloquer peut-être aussi des arcanes.
Yeah,
bien, ça peut
roll
faire
the
le même
shit.
niveau de network que le
It's still like
Beastmaster, qui
Luna's gonna
est
get
un
off
héros
the
qui ramène
Eclipse, so
très
you'll
rapidement dans
probably
les bois.
lose at least one anyways, but yeah, it would have been a whole lot better
Pas de quoi avoir honte.
to roll someone else, or even wait for a creep wave to help you tank the Eclipse up.
Et il fait un petit peu peur à Artesie, qui est parti régène.
Yeah.
Voilà, il faut qu'il trouve une bonne noire dans les bois adverses, qui donne la
Give some
position de
space to
creep
Nyx. They rotate
univers.
Luna top. Nyx is going to scout
Peut-être pas
with
du
Vendetta,
vraiment
and this
voilà.
is
Under attack.
On va voir.
scary proposition. This
Zero
gang
qui va
will
prendre un
find
petit
the
coup de poke, la
Oracle.
Luna est déjà sur place. On va mettre le all-in sur Creed, est-ce qu'on a le temps de le tuer en puisse se heal? Oui, c'est bon avec la vendetta de Yang qui est rentabilisée. Bien ralenti avec la fantôme assassin. Et surtout
Does
les bourgs
turn
du
TP
Beastmaster.
into the land. Sometimes you'll see a sidestep
C'est bon, on
as
va
you
le
hit the
protéger à
Vendetta
coup de
and
poison,
you miss your
à Lucian
impale.
Beam. Est-ce qu'on peut aller prendre cette tour? Ça c'est une autre histoire.
Safety first,
Ils
I
avaient pas
guess,
l'air
you know, when
d'accord.
you're going for these ganks. Especially a gank that's trying to lead into a tower, you don't want to miss your spells and have it backfire.
Bah c'est pour push la ligne en fait. Bah parce que c'est un slot. Et bah le reste band
Tricky,
est
and
pas
you
mauvais,
got
il est pas
Ghost
spécialement
pressure
bon.
deep in
Mais
this lane with the roll being
il est...
kind of wasted that
il est
top
loin de
lane. It
mauvais.
does leave EG vulnerable.
Oh. Il a une haste hein.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Bloody hell.
Crit. Est-ce qu'on a
Impale.
le stun? Il faut le mettre. C'est bien.
Oh, crit in the rotate as well. Great
Il a
play
vraiment
coming
été
out
là-dessus
from
de la part de
Vici
Yang. Il
Gaming.
récupère un double kill sur FY qui nous fait une entrée dans la partie monumentale puisqu'il est déjà à 5 kills pour
Arcane
assist.
burns, 11 minutes in.
Et vous voyez
Bloody hell,
network
he's
au niveau
farmed.
de la fantôme
He's
assassin.
out farming his Nyx, you know, he's the same
pas
farm
qu'il
as
arrive
Arteezy's PA. Arteezy has even died.
Ah non,
Arteezy
il remis en
60
plus.
TPS, 0 death,
Zayk
he's
qui se fait
farming
surprendre.
well.
Le stun
ST
est
just
allongé
getting
de la
kills.
part d'Inix Assassin.
And that's another
Et un nouveau
kill.
kill
FY
pour
says,
notre
kill
Shadow
secured.
Demon.
When a Shadow Demon has higher net worth than a PA,
Il va
like,
bientôt dépasser
I
Xiamen.
don't know what to say. It's not like Arteezy's done anything wrong this game. He's free farm for the most part. He's the second highest CS.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, il sort. Il est trop malin ce joueur.
Not this.
putain. Il a vendu
Not
l'arme.
this.
Et Crit qui voulait juste, mais il voulait juste des wards, Crit. Bah non, tu payes.
Yeah. They're gonna use smoking the roll, try find pickoffs around the map to help PA, and even PA needs to get involved for those pickoffs, and then
Quoi?
you hit a peak where you get desolated, and then you hit your next peak
Oh
when you
la
get
reine,
big GP. So
oh
they've
la
got to reach these
range.
items.
Yang qui essaie de le protéger, il va prendre l'euro, il a plus de mana du coup et ils vont mourir tous les deux.
Yeah.
Oh, aïe aïe aïe. On l'a peut-être un peu trop encensé FA.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under
That's the kind of gold, the kills you want to find. Unfortunately, going not to the core heroes, but even so, they're still
Radiant's middle
big
tower
kills
is under
nonetheless.
attack.
As EG tried. Yeah, that's a bit better. It's gonna have an Aether lens soon. Jeez.
Ah, le G qui a décidé de se réveiller.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Allez, prends la
attack.
tour en bas.
Radiant's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Il y en a un qui pouve dans la game, c'est le petit oracle. Crit, il lui faut payer sa découverte
Doesn't
de
look
la
like it.
condition 5.
No sentries at all.
Est-ce qu'on peut trouver le deny de la part de Ghost? Allez, 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 t'as une tour à jouer. Bon, il va absolument aller tuer Crit, ce qui est pas une mauvaise idée non plus. Il a plus d'argent qu'un deny.
He was
Et
very slow to
Et
retreat.
la
But
tour.
one of those things where he's probably like calling the retreat, but then he's like, as a new captain, often you'll prioritize too much,
Arteezy,
like
faire un build
making the
désolator,
call,
ça
making
vous
sure
fait
your team's
commencer à
making the right
connaître.
movements. Then you're like, oh wait, my hero is actually still there. I didn't move back. And sometimes when you're like transitioning into captaining, you'll not make the same individual plays that you normally see from that player.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Money is a problem.
Dire's
Yep.
structures
This
are
is,
fortified.
this is, I think, one of the best I've seen on Nyx. But more important than the blink is because Nyx benefits so
Ah, ils
much
sont
from
pas
having
bien
all his
notre
spells
jeu, hein.
maxed out. The stun duration of level
Bien,
4
je vais faire une
carapace
bonne
and the
partie de
cooldown of
tour.
level 4 mana burn.
J'ai
You
parlé
really
de
want to
TO.
max every spell as soon as possible. So Midas is so good on this hero. And that's what we'll see Yang doing. He's again on the move.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
C'est deux qui va tomber à son tour.
That's the mana burn against OD is just a huge amount of damage, but it's such a risky build to for max mana by level 10 with
Vous
only
voyez
one in
qu'on a
carapace. The
toujours
max
cet
carapace
oiseau de
is
la
like
part de
the
d'Universe
safer, more
qui
stable
scout les
build.
anciens pour être une grosse source de farm pour l'allemand. Mais qu'elle ne peut pas partir sur Dominator, du coup bah elle ne peut pas se stack elle-même les anciens. Donc c'est fond de temps quand il passe à
Yeah.
côté. Et comme la partie est assez active,
Nyx is gonna find die.
il n'y a pas trop accès.
Well,
Allez,
it
Yang
does,
qui a
it's
trouvé
not
Zay
here
en
yet.
haut, je suis pas sûr qu'il puisse le tuer, il y a une bonne tombe qui est passée. Le bon heal. Ah, c'est mieux, il bouge plus le pauvre Yang. Il a pris la cœur de la PA. Bien indiqué, j'ai interprété d'euros, c'est au mid sur des DC, on avait les nécros. Et avec l'aide de ce mail, ça va suffire. Tuer cet ogre. Ah, ça. Midas sur le Nyx.
Yeah, Universe has done a good job finding some key pickoffs and fights for his team. being that mid-game space creator.
Ça va pas l'empêcher de jouer agressif.
This is definitely one of
Par contre, il y a des
his
centres
best
qui
heroes to do it
l'attendent.
on. He doesn't need too
Attention,
much
monsieur
farm. He finds
Young.
the farm in the jungle, then
Voilà, il
quickly
est
finds kills
devrait même
while
coup.
farming.
Ouais.
And so far, this series at least, Beastmaster proving to be a
Oh,
key
il va
hero
attendre
for
ce mail.
him.
Oh, le salaud. C'est bon. Pas trop bien. Il a vu avec la Warfond qui arrivait.
Yeah.
Ça va pas être pingé pour des wards, on vérifie qu'il y a pas de vision dans le coin. Le désalteur, c'est peut-être maintenant qu'il va essayer de commencer à jouer. Effectivement, cette attaque très fort, mais effectivement elle est aussi très fragile. Il va falloir être malin pour bien
A little hard to
Attends.
push, just the dagger spam will get you low, and once you
Elle
get,
est long, hein, qu'elle a
you
aussi
get
une
crit
cible
once
de
or twice, there's
Voilà.
the crit, suddenly you're down to half
Excellent.
HP, and that's like,
Take
you've
me.
got to reconsider this push. I say reconsider, they've got to charge, it's
La
more
charge
the
qui a
kills
été
that
comptée par
they've got some
la
kills, they've
Venom.
got sustain,
C'est embêtant ça.
and that will at least help them out a little bit, but even so, tier 3 tower not going to go down, in large part because of the Desolator.
Et ça se voit côté EG.
Could be, not a bad idea with the Deso, or, I mean, the better outcome is to get a kill into Roche, but that's the risky play. Straight Roche should go uncontested, and yeah, they're in the Roche pit, they want to get the Aegis.
Et ça va passer. Alors, à quel point la Aegis va être importante. Elle est quand même, on vous le disait, très fragile et tape très fort.
Quick decisive movement, no hesitation, they get it.
Pas de la sprinterie pour l'instant.
Oh. Right, needs to be careful at mid.
C'est la bataille
Now you're fine.
il est de partout. Hein. Ça spam. Notre de son côté, Yasha. On va voir comment elle va faire évoluer son build.
Probably to see a bit
Alors,
more of a
Travel
farming
vient
state
d'arriver
now.
sur la
EG
zone.
Gaming would have to be fighting into Aegis, which isn't the
Qui fait
worst
un
thing because it's a PA with
mail juste avant.
960 HP, so she is very squishy and can be bursted. Like you've got a lot of magic damage. I mean, almost all your heroes dishing out magic damage in some form. So Vici Gaming, yeah, they're actually going to smoke up. I think they say, look, EG maybe don't expect this. They've got Aegis, but we are very strong and can fight. And the really nice thing about it, having a boot to travel early on one hero is that hero can show on the map, farm a lane, and then
très
TP
puissante
in
là sur les
to the
Maintenant, il
fight
faut
when it
pas que tes
breaks out.
5 mecs en face aux oeils. Aux oeils. Et Yang il va chercher plus hein. Yang il va chercher plus, il va chercher l'oracle. Oh bah oui, magnifique. Du coup l'éclipse arrive, il est bien d'accord avec l'oracle. Alors que la Thompson elle va tomber, Artesia récupère les kills sur Demon, quand même un kill bien important. Le roar part maintenant sur Yang, l'ogre magique tente de protéger son coéquipier. Lui il s'est massacré par ses propres illusions, Artesia. Mais il arrête pas de prendre des crits. Là il est du coup droppé. Il y a plus de mana
le
sur
damage
Ghost qui a volé
deal.
par contre énormément de dégâts. Il tape à plus de 100. Est-ce qu'on peut sauver ZYF? Ça c'est une autre histoire. Il y a des nécros qui
200
arrivent.
damage.
On arrive de la part du hasard, mais il y a un crit pour Artesia. Pour aller chercher un autre crit à suivre. Ouais, voilà, ça c'est une belle rentabilisation d'Aegis. DDC à mon avis ne s'en sortira pas non plus. Ça donne
Wow.
plus de 1300
Pete with
gold.
Beastmaster is
Pour
actually
Roger, plus 4000
ridiculous. That attack
d'expérience,
speed,
c'est
like watching him
même
hit, I was
kill
like,
de l'ogre
how's
magique.
he hitting so fast with
Tour
just
qui
space
tourne.
boots and like not even with the Phantom Strike attack speed. It's just the Beastmaster or really boosting up the PA's damage with his Desolator and like you say, a bold move, not
Bah, y a
paying
deux
off. They
gagnants,
couldn't get
c'est
the first kill
Artesia,
before
il est
the
là, ça.
full promise came in. Even though they did a good job finding Oracle and killing off the crit, that was lost once Beastmaster rocks up with the Necrobook, roars the Nyx, takes him out, and PA's second life was just used to great effect.
Alors qu'il va mettre toute sa mana pour heal Artesia et le mec trouve une régène. Ça c'est quand les dieux de Dota t'aiment trop. Ah bah ça va bien faire quelle équipe aérienne, vous voyez qu'en termes de goal on est de retour à 0. En termes d'expérience, EG a pris l'avantage. C'est vraiment un boost important.
With a BKB never 3, they can look for their next fight. Smoke up, try find some pickoffs. They've got the Roar initiation. They've also got a Blink Dagger soon on Universe. So Blink Roar with the BKB timing from PA is likely to be their next big move. For Vici Gaming though, I think they need to kind of take some time to just slow things down, farm a bit more, get Luna's Manta style, start using the disruption illusions to really push out these lanes and to great effect because they're just playing a bit too aggressive with EG ready to take that aggression on.
They do a quite good late game here for Vici with the Shadow Demon, Luna combo. You've also got Bloodlust to further amp up that. Luna did opt for a Midas on the mix, so the BOTs on the Razor, so it doesn't really feel like Vici's all in on the mix by any means.
Yeah, they can slow it down, kind of transition more late game. Luna SD late with Bloodlust.
Not agree. Like, okay, that didn't work. Let's just 5-man at it again. Going in, he's not it's the nuke from Xiamen, but he whips the stun. Astral will be available now if he wants to use it, get out safely. The perk comes through, they throw someone at him. Now the self-disruption from the Astral Eclipse coming in will be enough to finish off Xiamen mostly, but the false promise again. It's on point for plays here, and even if they end up losing the OT, no, he's gonna self-Astral try to dodge the damage. And I think he does make it out until the Luna comes in, ends up finishing him off. Crit on the way out now, the stun again off the mark. Crit will end up falling, though a bit discombobulated here. EG, they won't end up getting any kills in the end.
Arteezy's BKB, he just picked it up, but it's back at base, and he couldn't get. If they had the BKB on PA, I think EG just go all in. They had the positioning advantage at some point. They were on high ground above the Roshan pit, but Vici Gaming, you're scared of fighting into them because of all the magic damage, and your PA could just instantly die and get blown up. So they didn't want to go in until they had the BKB. They kind of cut their losses a bit there, and they've just gotten that PA BKB out. That could have been a very different, favorable fight for EG.
Vici Gaming, they love their smoke ganks, and this time it is the charm. They'll bring down the tower now, so they quickly rotate top. They're going to TP Yang back and be hunting for a gank here. Up to 2,400 gold.
Nothing there though, so.
But won't find an opening, yeah, like you pointed out.
EG now, they get the gem. This is kind of a classic EG universe move when he gets his key items, and when EG's ready to fight and take control of the game. Like the BKB on PA, this was the key item. They wanted the gem. That's where they wanted to deny all the map vision, and smoke was very close to an observer ward, but it looks like Vici Gaming did not scout it out, or they're playing a bit too aggressive here at the top lane, likely to be caught.
And it's going for the TP out, and FY maybe also going to escape.
Yep.
Those illusions may have confused EG a little bit.
Yep.
End up heading south instead, plunging towards the Vici base, but already Vici have all 5 heroes tucked away as the last man completes his journey back home. FY will make it out. So, where Vici were able to find a smoke gank, it seems EG likely not to be, and in fact, Vici know where they are with that scan.
Both teams though know. EG's ward scouted out Vici Gaming, pushing up, but doesn't look like EG can use their knowledge. Maybe an illusion will try bait some spells, but you can always see which player is the unit. So you see a little dot on your map, and like ST's not, that's not FY playing Luna, so not a trick that should normally lead to baiting many spells.
A moment of pause and rest player for both teams. Arteezy taking this time farm. Still yet to see him kick this BKB into action. And the next Roshan, potentially only a minute off here. It's the fastest possible respawn. I wonder, do we see another sneak by EG? Does Vici want to contest this time around, or you feel like it's too risky to walk in the pit?
They've got the smoke, so I think with the smoke initiation they definitely can. They've just got to kite the PA BKB with, I guess, defensive options. With the 4 stuff on the Yoga, they've really got to play around that BKB and focus down the OD and the Oracle as early as possible. Or if you can kill Beastmaster before he roars and Necrobooks, that's a huge amount of damage taken out of the fight as well. So it kind of just depends on who's used their spells. Beastmaster kill is probably the biggest one you can get if he hasn't roared.
EG dancing around the neighborhood of the pit. Roshan clearly on the menu for them. But neither team finding the opening, so... And shots off the top, he's going to look to farm towards his own BKB here. 2k ahead of the enemy Phantom Assassin. Not that much of a lead, all things considered. And as for Ghost, Yasha picked up, so Manta likely come next for him. Any other big items? Looks like Sumail got his blink to go with his Hurricane Pike.
It doesn't look like
More
too
or
much
less
coming. Yep. And there'll be like a Vlad's purchase for Universe. I think recognizing that his team is kind of at a peak right now and they want to be as strong as possible for this Roshan. He wants to just get those cheap cost-effective items. Goes bottom lane, Blink Raw, goes down from Sumail, easy pickup.
And Beast does so much damage.
Yeah.
Melted there. So EG find the kill, and with that, what do you know? Roshan is up. Easy.
Yeah, it's a very timely pickoff and a bit of a kind of a rookie mistake in some ways. And I say rookie mistake because that is exactly what Ghost is. He's the new player on the scene and sometimes prone to making those silly mistakes that the more experienced veterans wouldn't have fallen to. And this is a costly one. It leads to Roshan. Aegis now on OD, and EG can really play aggressive with the Aegis. We saw what they achieved last time, the full team wipe in their jungle with this. So EG are looking very strong with an Aegis on their hands.
Last time they had an Aegis, they got a team wipe, so EG probably going to be a little more cautious this time around. We'll hand that Aegis off to the OD. Arteezy with the KB now, very confident he can survive through these fights. And Vici, it seems overall, just playing the keep away game, at least for the moment.
Yeah, they keep away game, the send Shadow Demon illusions out kind of game. They do not really want to head on fight. Luna's gone for this BKB, which in some ways is a teamfight item, but also really limits how much she can scale into the late game. So they have to be careful about fighting when this is not going to help against the PA so much. And it's an item that OD can kind of look to counter by getting a Hex, so you can blink Hex before the BKB comes out. Things will start to look a bit dicey for Vici Gaming. High ground defense is always good. You've got Plasma Field, Nyx who can kind of trench into Aghanim, Scepter, Shadow Poison, Luna Illusions with the Shadow Demon, so it is hard to end the game and push high ground as EG, but this is where EG are going to take control of the map. You've got 3 cores who are all farming well, you've got map vision with the Hawk, you've denying map vision with the Gem. So Vici Gaming will have to stick together as fight while EG can kind of be a bit more efficient. They're already, you can see, kind of split around the map a bit more, farming more of the map.
It looks like this one is going to go down the stretch a little bit, Gods. Are you favoring either team heading late?
Yeah, given the current standings with the Aegis on the side of EG, PA coming online, I do favor EG. They're actually down on overall net worth by a small margin.
Their supports are very poor.
Yeah, purely the supports. And Undying is support who does kind of fall off. The Soul Rip level 4 is a pretty big heal for a single target, but it's not an amazing support in the late game. Oracle is still amazing in the late game with the False Promise and the heals, but it is a small concern when Shadow Demon is great. He's going to stay farm because he's going to farm with the Luna Illusions. Ogre stays great and relevant. You've got level 4 Bloodlust, so I mean, Vici Gaming have 5 heroes that are more relevant, but EG's 3 are very big 3. The Master with the 2 right-clicking carries with the attack aura is just so scary and potent, and that's where I think EG have a slight edge.
So we do see Sumail go from the a bit unorthodox here. He's picked up an Orchid Malevolence on the OD.
Interesting.
Not a common grab, but I suppose silencing a Nyx or a Shadow Demon can be very game-changing here.
Yeah, this is blink on those 2 heroes, the Nyx especially, who's being very annoying some of the time, and it's a huge amount of intel. It's great attack speed. It's items that make you a scarier right clicker. So guess why not? Now it builds into the Bloodthorn, so it's even better late game because of the Bloodthorn upgrade.
Sumail will TP home. Only 2 minutes left on the Aegis, so Vici, they will have to sack a tier 2 for this. EG, definitely a great pushing up in their own right with the Deso, the Necro Book. This is where it ends for them. They don't try to threaten high ground. They're content to go back farming. Still an Abyssal Blade to complete on Arteezy. Whatever that next item is for Sumail, be it the Bloodthorn or, you know, back into a BKB. And Universe having now already completed the Vlads, who knows what's next? Maybe Refresher, maybe AC. Well, we'll have to wait and see.
That's awesome. In the middle.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
See a dire scan. It just barely clips FY. He is the gem bearer. That's all it finds for now. Yang just hanging out well past where that scan went.
To flip the middle. Too much.
This could be FY. Quick there. Nicely done by Sumail. All the while, kind of a futile attempt by Yang to find his own pick off. The only real hero he can solo is Crit, but Crit is nowhere to be found.
Is under attack.
Back! Ooh. Hey guys! Stick.
Sentry, new.
A range on that dagger. Oh, that hurts. Silence and EG will make it too, so they bring down the Nyx. They also kill off the Shadow Demon, and it costs them nothing, really. Now BFT's for Beastmaster. They continue to keep the pressure up on Vici, and they have just been clawing this game back to dead even. Gods, what was once a very large, like 7K gold lead at like 10 minutes is now about to be an EG game.
Was nice from Xylo. The team coming breaks the trees with G way back. By the
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
it's just makes just kind of silent.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Go with D. A decent
And generally with Luna, we do see Butterfly as one of the key items with all the illusions, but having gone for the early Orchid, maybe Sumail goes into a Blood Token and gives them a way to reliably focus them down. Or focus the Luna, I should say. So, kind of an interesting twist on that Orchid pickup if he wants to go for it.
where if you try to catch the Luna, you really heck she's gonna be the one of this. But if you want, that's where the blood down feeling to it.
Smoke gank from Beach. They're hunting and they couldn't do the Blink Stun. It's there, they got Artesia and they got Sai. Oh, that's big if they can kill him off. They do slam down the PA, not even going to waste the BKB charge. TZ recognizing that was a lost fight. And oh man, that 2-hero impale. That was really dirty.
T when he's playing, but and you he's still right.
Dire's middle
Like he didn't.
tower is under attack.
And he finds another. He isolates Crit, but they don't really have good long-range damage buff for this. Is get to work. The Luna Swarm has arrived in Universe. Tries to deal with some of these illusions, but it's tough to get a full initiation off his tail. Goes for a couple of auto techs there, but a timely Ghost Scepter pop. Yang will disengage. They to force out the Undying buyback. They do not secure PA buyback though. I mean, there's a butterfly coming, so I think you got that.
Walker still. Again, yeah, you know that. Oh, Charity can't attack. It needs an initiative, like an island. Oh, have good. With item choice.
All right, guys, we are gonna try a quick.
Smoke, you go. Yeah. I mean, how long as you get 30 seconds. Maybe
I think I need like 5.
it's 5.
Ah, thank you, ED. You saved me. Oh.
Running and I was like,
I was about to get fired by our 40,000 viewers for that.
EG. No.
Oh.
And gonna build itself. Like,
Yeah, the gem is up on Universe right now. He's kind of on the far side of the team, though. Yeah, are both teams seriously farming this close to each other? Who's gonna get the initiation off here? Universe does have a roar ready, and they move in. The BKB was quick like goes, and he is able to survive a little bit. Sumail going to work now, but the butterfly up on the Luna for the time being. Disrupted, can BKB, can look for the Manta and try to turn this one around, but ends getting focused down a bit. They turn with the bouncing glaze. RTZ does not have an MKB, but he gets the crit needed to secure the kill, and then turns back for a bit more. We have fallen, about to be a full FY in a lot of trouble. FY down as well. A crucial takedown there. Too much firepower, and the evasion procs were not really with the Luna. He doesn't have a blood fuzzy. No, not yet.
He armed enough. Actually, the before the static like down. Like I get more. Yeah, it's a real fun. You have to be off. Snap. Smell the
Radiant's
PA.
middle tower is under attack.
It's down. I mean, link for it to worry.
Oh, Ham, he certainly went, and you know, even deeper. Gets multicasted, but Arteezy is quite confident. He's moving in very far. They didn't have the Demonic Purge for a couple of seconds there, and EG, they will continue their siege. They're waiting for a Luna buyback. Barring that, I think they do stick around here. They look for this tower. If not another lane of Rex, they find the FY kill. That's the FY dying back, I believe. He's out for a full minute, and that may be a full lane of Rex. The back of it, with top lane also pushing, maybe EG even go for 2. Luna will be up soon. It's the Blink Stop initiation, but Yang, he gets punished here. He goes flat. As Sumail lurches forward, he's got an ultimate ready to go as soon as these BKBs wear off. You better believe he's going to go back in. Roar has been committed though.
I think
so
EG. It's 5. A little surprised if back off here. The Roar, having used that, and still here. Decide now, time with Luna. Be out of very strong. And hey, objective. Forget a race, let's rush.
Yeah, potentially that's the end of the game if they force the fight, but if Nyx buys back, could be a very different engagement. So, safe move by EG. Get the Aegis. Now they have a cheese as well. 4,300 gold up on your OD. To go with that, Easy, who already got the Fusel Blade, now to another 3,000, so Abyssal likely coming soon. They're getting the critical mass here, gods.
Easy the first. And the big plank is.
And they have an Oracle, so they basically got another Aegis Sword as well. Yang trying to move in here. He wants to go. He carapaces onto Sumail. Again, carapacing that Astral Imprisonment on Creep to try to find fight openings, but Sumail has cheese now. This could get turned on real quickly. Arteezy Bobby's BKB, the disruption, try to stall it out, but still gets up that one auto tech, gets the kill, brings down Yang on the Nyx. No buyback for a whole minute. The Fusel purging off the Ghost after they share up 2. Ends in danger as well. Complete flag fest. The slideshow kicks into second gear, but through it all, Arteezy just keeps on diving in deeper and deeper. Even an Oracle out now committed. Wants to finish off in. They'll lose the beam to slow him down, but from the rear comes Sumail, and with Arteezy at his side, they'll bring down 4. It's about to be a wipe, it looks like. It will be, and with that, GG. EG have salvaged the series. They come back from an 0-1 start and a poor beginning in game number 2, and they take that series 2-1 in the end.
They just with they say let's natives because need to have black guys with